Hi, my name is V. Now I am currently undergraduate last year student of Bachelor degrees of Civil Engineering with honors. This video was recorded as the engineering practice report with the purpose to provide competency relating to engineering application abilities that I have developed during my professional practice. This video also follow the Engineering Australia Stage 1 competencies. First of all, I would like to talk about my professional practice context. Currently, I am undertaking an internal project organized by Griffith Universities. My supervisor is Dr. Samuganathan Gunalan. He is a lecturer of doctoral courses of engineering at Griffith University. And the project name is the wave rippling behavior of aluminum channel sections under end-to flame loss case. And the project mainly involved the significant roles of aluminum in structural constructions such as garage or warehouse. Mm, my job is on about doing the research and writing a report during 13 weeks. And I also have to discussion with my supervisor in the about the project in the meeting times every week. Well, I think that's it conclude the first part of this video, and now I will move into the second part, which is about engineering techniques, tools, and resources applied to the professional practice. Before starting the project, I set up the project planning, including the aim of the project, methodology, and project schedule. For the methodology, I use some literature reviews that I find out by using some special resources such as library, web of science, research guide, or research documents that are relating to the project. I think that's a quite popular topic. Every time I enter the keyword like the wave rippling behavior of aluminum in a general session, but just around 20 resources appear. I choose some of the best resources that relate to the project. I read and consider all of these to support to support the methodology and literature reviews that I apply to my report. Moreover, there are lots of datasets and I have to use a lot of different formulas. So the Microsoft Excel is the tool that I use the most for calculating. Besides that, I have a quickly meeting with my supervisor on Monday to discuss about the project and any challenges during my research. I used to have some problem with the methodology because sometimes I don't understand some keywords in the resources, so my supervisor will explain and help me to solve the problems. After completing the literature reviews, I start to research the project. There are two important parts in the project. The first part is finite element modeling, which name is Abacus. This is a computer software program and it is also a engineering tool. This software is used to estimate and predict the bearing capacity of material that are going to be used in the construction building, such as beam or joists in the warehouse. And the second part is experimental testing in the laboratory of Griffith University. There are totally 20 test specimens with different session and length that are tested. Now I think I will talk more about the software. Firstly, I will learn how to use this software based on the resources, and then I setting up this program by inputting the data of each member test, such as the dimension and the material modulus that I found in the Australian standard for the aluminum channel section, and apply in the loading case at the end of the member test, because the purpose of this project considered at the end of the aluminum channel sections. Finally, waiting for 6 or 7 hours to get the result for each test specimen. So there are 20 test specimens, so I have to get 20 results from the finite element software. So I think that's it, conclude the finite element modeling information. And moving to the next part, I would like to talk about the roles related to contemporary engineering practice. The experimental settings in the laboratory, some of margins in the laboratory relate to the research project, such as the ruling margin hand ruling. So I have to learn how to use the margins by supporting from my supervisor, and I spent about 4 weeks in the laboratory for the research. Moreover, I have to comply with the laboratory rules because of safety, such as wearing the personal protection equipment. Before testing, I have to design the footing to hold the member test in the right position under the machine. Therefore, on of dimension of footing must to be exactly correct, such as drilling some holes and welding steel plate must be exactly dimensioned. Finally, the hydraulic compressor machine is used to test. I have to put the member test on the top of the footing under the hydraulic rest. The result will be shown in the print screen of the machine, and then using this result to compare with the result from the finite element software to ensure the accuracy. Finally, I talk about the application of established engineering methods to solve the complex engineering problem. There are many problems that I'm facing during the project, so I have to solve them in order to successfully complete the project. For example, when I design the footing for the test specimens, I have a problem with the balance of 4 sides length of footing. Is it not stable? Is it unbalanced? Maybe because when I measure and cut the length, that are not the same size. So in order to solve this problem, I have to measure the length again and using the cutting machine to phrase and cut until balance on sides of the footing. And then I have to welding it and bowling this again. So okay, I think that concludes my video report. I hope it contains enough information that I need to clear my professional lactic. Thank you for your listening and goodbye.